So I'm going to resin this bowl, and I've already mixed the resin. So this is probably about a tablespoon of part 1 and part 2, the resin and then the hardener. And I'm literally going to use a foam brush. And the foam brush is a great way of doing a bowl, because I don't want to get resin on the outside and I want to resin all the inside. So it just makes it really nice and easy, and I can kind of control the resin a little better. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pour this around and literally just kind of paint it on. With the bowl, because it's round, of course, if you put it on too thick, it will kind of pull towards the bottom. And we really don't want that. So it's better to put on a thinner coat and then have to do a second coat of resin if for some reason you decided you need it. But I don't think that you need to have a really super thick layer of resin on a bowl. And so I'm just going to continue to paint it, kind of get it up there. I do kind of find with the foam brush that it does kind of make bubbles. So it's definitely something they're going to still torch. So, but you just want to make sure you get everything coated. And it's looking pretty good. And then definitely you kind of look to see if there's any spots that you missed. I see lots of bubbles, so I'm just gonna torch out the bubbles. And I see a little spot right here. And so you'll just kind of continue to do that. If you see a little spot, you just touch it up, a little resin there. And then I'll retorch that area. And I see a little spot right here. Just didn't get quite enough resin on that little spot. And I find it definitely tilting it, because you can see where shiny and where is not shiny. So that really kind of works pretty good. I see a little bit of bubbles over here. But that is basically how I resin a bowl. And if I wanted to do the live edge, which I definitely do in this, I just take a little bit of resin and I just kind of dab it on. You don't want it too thick because you don't want it to run down the side. I don't want it to run down the outside of the bowl, I should say. And I will just go all the way around and kind of dab it on. And basically that is how I resin my bowls. The live edge is kind of interesting because it's bumpy, so you kind of have to tap it in there. This one doesn't have as much of a live edge, so it's not quite as bad, but I've had some bowls that have a really thick, barky edge, and you really have to kind of smush it in there And at the same time, try not to smush too much so that it doesn't run. The tricks there, right? And almost done. And this one has a little bit more bark there. You can see how it's kind of bumpier. And that is pretty much that. And same thing, I'm still gonna torch here, just kind of make sure. And that is that.